Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys? I hope doing fabulous, yes. Well, before we get into this entertaining video, I would just like to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And what would you like to say with that, Lady Crone?
Baby Crone said it all.
Yes.
Subscribe, like us, and please leave a comment.
Yes. Sunflowers.
Hello, my little sunshine. What is it?
Sunflowers.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic. With no further ado, let's just get into Sister Wives.
Yes. Well, hold up. The first episode, well, not the first episode, this episode of Sister Wives, it began off with Mary and, well, it began with Janelle meeting with Mary at her house, at Mary's house. And Mary knew it wasn't going to be a social visit.
Well, what other visit would it be, Mary? What other visit would it be?
She's holding on to some hope, apparently, because Janelle sat there. Janelle had sat down to have a conversation.
Well, she offered Janelle to sit down, but it seemed like such an awkward moment.
It was very awkward.
Very awkward.
So awkward.
And for her to say, well, this is not, she knew she was coming, so she must have talked to her on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you say this is not a social visit? Like, you know, sometimes people's underbellies can be a little wretched. You know, because you would think, you see an underbelly right there, like, why make conflict? It's already conflict.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see that if she would have just said, yes, you know,
Mm-hmm.
come on, let's, you know, I know you want to talk, let's talk about it. But to act like you didn't get a phone call.
Right.
To act like, you know, this is, why?
Storyline for the TV.
And I think what Janelle, in my opinion, and I like Mary. I really do like Mary. I was angry at Mary because I couldn't take the fact that she was being so gullible when it came down to Cody. Even now.
Yes,
even now. But because she seems so masculine.
Yes.
So she's got masculine energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see her. For me, with all this masculine energy, it's hard to see her act real timid and feminine when we women are trying not to be like that.
That is true.
You know, that's where we're not trying to be. We're trying to be demure.
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 Mm-hmm.
We're trying to be demure. We're not trying to be loud and obnoxious, but we're trying to stand up for ourselves and say we're not going to take it anymore, but we don't want to, we ain't taking it. We don't want to be that way. Right. We want to be gentle. And it seems to me that Mary is somehow trapped in the past of time gone by. In spite of everything. You mean to tell me after everything, you don't have a side eye about Cody and what's her name?
Robin.
Robin?
Not at all.
You still trust them?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be.
This is the man that wanted to put you in a garage.
Yes.
Over top of his junk.
Mm-hmm.
In some god awful forsaken place. And I think when Janelle talks to her, she talks to her with kid gloves because even Janelle have a hard time letting go. But at least Janelle let that be known.
Yes.
You know. But I guess when she talked to Mary, I guess she felt nervous because she said, I hope she don't go back and tell him nothing. Because that's how she left me. Like, are you still there?
Yes.
Girl, I'm here to give you a hands up. And she's like, look, I'm not going to be on those sides. Honey, yes. I'm not here to put you on no side. I'm here to tell you this is what's going on. And at the end of the day, I don't really have to tell you jack. Nope. I could just continue because now after talking to you, I see that Cody's been lying to you and you think I have control of the money. Little do you know, I haven't had control. Yeah, I kept the books here and there, but no, since he's been married, they control the money. So that was an eye opener for Mary.
Mm-hmm. It was an eye opener.
And so she's like, I don't want to get involved because I trust that Cody. What I want to know, behind the crystal ball, who paid off the taxes?
That is true.
Did Mary? Did Robin? Did Cody? Or Janelle? Did all four of them pay off taxes?
Right, that's a good question.
Who paid off the house?
Mm-hmm.
Who does it belong to behind the crystal ball?
Yeah, I know she can find that.
Who does it belong to? Right?
Mm-hmm, that's a very good
She
question.
go digging deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know that
Yeah,
because
it's old news.
clearly, TLC.
Yes,
They're not telling us. We're already 2 years behind. So I want to know who paid off the house.
Mhm.
Anybody out there? Was it all three of them? Four of them, I mean? I would like to know what happened. And
Yes.
this is terrible. We are so far behind that that's something I would like to know. Because they did say it was paid off.
Yes, they did say it
Who
was
paid it off?
I have no idea who paid it off.
They had that heavy conversation.
Yes.
And today, we know it's paid off,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't hear nothing else about it.
Nope, nothing else about it.
So I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So, but the way that Mary handled it, it was like, did you really think he would do something like that? And maybe she's right because she was his wife. She was wifey. She was really Mrs. Brown for real.
Yeah, you're right. And she gave that over to the next fitting person.
Could you get me a Gatorade, please?
Yes.
Yes, that was the worst mistake I think she ever made. But I think at the end of the day, she knew she didn't have Cody. Drink smart. Drink Gatorade.
That was a good placement. If only.
If only. Okay.
Yes, so that was an interesting conversation, and I say interesting because there was a lot of awkward silences, moments of periods where neither of them knew what really to say in this situation. It just shows you that at least Janelle has a very good character of herself.
Yeah, she didn't have to say anything to her.
No.
But she did out of a good character shift. You know, I'm looking out for you. And I even think she even told her about the parcel, about she should be getting more than that.
Yes, she did say that.
They cut it off. You didn't hear the conversation. I kind of like the way they did that. So we don't know what was said in the conversation. They just let you know there was a conversation and they went in and then they came back and showed Janelle explaining.
Yeah.
So I assumed what that Janelle was explaining was exactly what she was saying to Mary.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yep, talking about how the land is divided.
She went into details with
portion
us,
is with
right.
who.
Because she went into details with us, correct?
Mm-hmm, yep, she did. I learned so much so that Mary literally doesn't, the only piece of land Mary has is in joint ownership with Cody and Robin.
And also her own house that she has.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to me that she has money. It just seems to me. Because she never sweating money.
Yeah,
so that just seems to me she got money. She got some money stored up under them titties. She got money. She got money in them little purse.
She could have
My grandmother, God rest her soul, when she used to have this black purse, like a change purse, she clicked it. And while she's keep that thing rolled up with knots of money and change in that bosom, because it was called the bosom, and the bosom and a handkerchief, I don't know how, but she kept that money up in that bosom. I'm just saying, if you know what I'm talking about, give me a shout out about it. But go ahead. God rest my grandma, so, but go ahead.
Yeah, so that was really it for Janelle and Mary.
I think you could keep a change purse up there, tied in a handkerchief.
Yeah, maybe I could.
I don't know how they did. That's kind of heavy. That's kind of heavy.
Yes.
And I don't know what to do. Just like a leather, and like a change.
Yeah,
purse.
but just thinking about like well, fair enough. I guess the better question is, Change as in coins or changes
Changes
in dollars?
in coins and dollars. Like you push it in the purse.
Oh, a whole wallet.
She have a whole wallet of money. And then she'd go down in it, take it, unravel it from the white handkerchief. He'd go to the store, or if I say, Grandma, can I have 50 cents? Because back in those days.
Makes.
I'm telling you, it was a black wallet,
If you don't have
leather,
a pocket, that's a
leather wallet, little change purse, wrapped in a handkerchief, white, or sometimes it'd be fully, whatever she felt like. And it wasn't dirty, because it wasn't gray or disgusting or anything like that. Down in them bosoms somewhere. You couldn't even see them. But down in the bosoms, somewhere, it was lost. And only she knew how to go in and dig it out. And boy, oh boy, when Grandma went down in that bosom and pulled out that money, I would always be like, yeah. I remember that about my grandmother.
That sounds like a sight to see. It sounds amazing.
And that just lets you know the age, because that was my grandmother. I love my grandmother so much, but yes, she did. She went down in her bosom, and she would keep her money on her all the time in her bosom. I don't know about when she went to bed.
Right, yeah.
My grandmother didn't play. You got to take it. You got to come to me. You know, My grandmother was her own bank. So, but she taught me how to save money, her and my grandfather.
Hope that in conversation, because that's what Janelle was trying to do for Mary. Because Janelle's definitely like the bookkeeper and like the money.
I think, and I like what Janelle said. Janelle said, if I kept control of the money, I wouldn't be in this condition.
That's true. And
I think what she's saying is, I trusted Cody.
She did.
And I got a bum deal. If you keep trusting Cody, you might get a trinket and a Happy Meal. Isn't that what Kanye said?
Yes, I think so.
You might get a trinket and a Happy Meal. You keep trusting Cody.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. I just want to know that. I want to know that. But I hope I don't have to wait another 2 years to find that out. But I would like to know who. Did they all four pay off the house? 4 of them, yeah. Did 4 of them pay off the house? I want to know. But enough about that. Let's just go on about Christine real fast.
Yes. Christine and David, they were house hunting, as well as ring hunting. We already know that. She was so excited for them to move in together, have their family together. We learned that at that time, they were living in separate houses, and instead of moving into one of each other's houses, they just collectively have bought a home.
What I shocked, and I shouldn't be, when she stayed at his house and he stayed at her house. And my mind said, they intimate?
And leave the next morning.
I didn't know. I guess when I think of the Latter-day Saints, I always thought of them as not having premarital sex. And I thought that they were rushing so they could participate. That's what I thought.
Got you.
And now it's like when she said that, I mean, no judgment. I just didn't know how far she left. I didn't know she left the faith. I thought she still considered herself a Latter-day Saint, but I felt as though she'd just gone back to mainstream.
Got you.
That would just be like a Christian, like being a Christian and I'm in the church and I go live with my boyfriend. That would be a sty. Yeah. So I was looking at it like that, but what it led me to believe, she really left the church.
Yeah.
So this leads me to say this. Look at the damage Cody did. She left the faith. The faith. In other words, she has nothing to do with it. Now, when you devastate somebody to the point where they leave their God, you done some irreparable damage. Irreparable damage. Wow.
Yeah. She says she wanted somebody so different from Cody.
She even got a tattoo. That lets me know I'm worried for Christine.
Oh.
Because it shows me. Now, let me think. When I'm thinking about Christine, I'm thinking like, and I could be wrong, let me just say this, but I'm picking up a vibe. Christine is like a bubbling volcano.
Okay.
Like she could become incensed. You understand? So what I'm picking about, when she left that house and she told him he can have it, and she walked away, that was because Christine was at her lowest. Her lowest. That we don't even know. But she always talk about it when she say to her children, you know how bad I was. I didn't see that until now. That she went so far. When you leave the church of your faith, the church of your ancestors, when you leave the house of your ancestors, you're not playing in the backyard with your ancestors. You left that. That meant he hurt her deeply.
Yeah.
Collateral damage. And she left it all. So therefore, she don't have the morals for that.
No.
She just said, I'm going to live my life the way I want it and live it out loud. And I hope that this man don't hurt her.
Yes.
Now, I don't think he will.
The same way.
I don't think he will, though. But when it comes to him, I think about his health.
Okay.
Because his stomach, he needs to lose some weight. And if they're going to be a healthy, strong marriage, because he's getting old, he's going to have to lose some weight. I see health problems for him. They may not say it,
right,
but I see it. I see what I see. Just like I seen Christine for the very first time, she was devastated, but she did it in silence.
She did it in silence.
And the thing is, only the children know what she's been through.
Yep, she held that gracefully.
She held it gracefully. But she was in a dark, sunken place. I'm telling you, when you walk away from your faith, that's all you've known, and you walk away and you go into something opposite.
Yes.
Cody had a nice body. You got a man with a fat stomach. Cody, who didn't want his hair to be gray. You get a man bald-headed. You Cody, who like to keep himself young. You get a man with a go-go teeth. Everything. Tattoos. Everything that Cody wasn't and everything that Cody despised, you got.
Yes, she did.
That's telling me I understand for the first time why her family is saying, are you moving too fast? She's like a little girl out in a playing field.
She almost manifested him, though.
She did. And this is what's scary. She did manifest him. And so he materialized, but she needed him. But they hadn't, at this time, they hadn't even been together for a good month, and they talking about marriage. It's frightening because she gets out of a hellhole and she sees it. Now, I'm not saying that this won't work, because a lot of times, because of her naivete, when it comes down to the real world, because she's been sheltered, she's acting like a teenager. This is what they're showing us, even though this is 2 or 3 years ago. She's acting like a teenager. Somebody who's fallen in love for the first time. I just got to be with him. I got to see him. And we know, grown-ups, we know, we don't respond like that. No. But all at the same time, what do you do to a 50-year-old something woman who's looking at nothing but age? She's aging. She doesn't look young. She's not a spring chicken anymore. So it's like, this is my opportunity. I'm grabbing it. And that's the only thing that I can see that's saving grace for her. Because when you are that age, why am I going to sit around and date? He want me. I want him. He know me. I know him. We got a lot in common. Let's go for it. It's up to them to make it work.
Yes.
And he's saying, it's going to work for me. Because he's saying, I like the little girl in her. I like that the little things I do just sends her over the edge. I like that she googly eyed and she make me enjoy life again. Because you could see that he was an old, stodgy old man. You could see it.
Yeah.
You could see it was just a little old, grumpy old man. I don't want to do that.
That's true,
you could see it. You could see it. He was that in his gut. You could see he was hit at a point of his life.
Yes.
You could tell he was fly now. You could tell that this man had some flavor. Okay?
Yes.
You could tell just by the way he had his gold teeth and his bald head. Let me know he was into some kind of fashion. He was a motorcycle. He had tattoos. The man speaking volume. He come with experience. The experience that Christine don't have. But because he an old dude, not old in age, just allowed life to settle him down and settle him in. He meet this young whippersnapper.
Yep.
She's not young in age, but she's young in life. She's young and not like she's the fool. I'm willing to jump off the bridge and see where it takes me. Mm-hmm. And for that, I would love to have that Kool-Aid. And she's bringing him alive. And so when he goes into place, she's like, oh, we get to do this together. She's living every dream.
Yes.
Oh, and then for Cody to sit back, I did that. You jealous hater, Betty Buppy Boop. You are so hateful. It's sad to me that you know you wasn't there for this woman. You know you didn't even like her. So it's like, and you know when I think about Cody?
Okay.
I think that Cody liked Christine for what he liked Christine for. Okay. You understand? Because he performed more over Christine than he did any of his wives. Mm-hmm. And it isn't because of the house.
No, it's not.
It was because he thought she would be the last to leave him.
Yes.
He was so oblivious. Like, this airhead, I got her. She ain't going nowhere. Now, Janelle might marry who? But this here, her. Mm-hmm.
Yep, she was a short
and what's her name? Robin. Mm-hmm. I got them. And even Robin, we could get it. But she in her mysticalness and reading and dreaming and seething in her jealousy towards what she was seeing. Mm-hmm. She was manifesting a dream.
Yes, she was.
She was manifesting a dream. And one day she went to Mary and she said, Mary, I had an epiphany. I looked into the mountains. I don't know if you all remember this. And she said, I heard angels sing.
Yes, she did
sing. You remember that? She heard a choir of angels. And that let me know she was delivered. Mm-hmm. She was in a sunken place. As soon as she comes out, she dates a little bit and she gets this man that she manifested.
Yes.
And the only reason why it won't work is if she changed. And when we grow up in life, as we go throughout teenage years, because she's at a teenage stage, mm-hmm. I would put her, if I had to add her in an age group, I would say I'll give Christine 22 years old.
Okay.
I'll give her 22, 23 years old. Your breath of life. That's where I would place her. And so it's not that they can't make it. Mm-hmm. It's that, is she going to, once she understands that this freedom is here and this is she going to be like, oh, I jumped too fast for Wooly? Yeah. See, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it could.
Oh, he don't satisfy me sexually. I'm not saying she's going to do it. Mm-hmm. Or she'll be like Tia.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Be like Tia. I never had a chance to date and I should have gave myself more time. Mm-hmm. We know all these things she should have gave herself a year to just explore.
Yes.
She didn't. And for that, it works as a negative. However, I believe all things are possible. Mm-hmm. And I believe she materialized that. Yes. And I believe she's living the dream. And I hope and I pray her dream lasts for as long as they last. Yes. Until they are no more. That's what I think. You have anything else to say? I hope I didn't go too much on about it.
No, you didn't go on too much more about you didn't go on too much about it because really the only last thing we really had to talk about was Gwendolyn's wedding shower. Yeah.
That was awkward.
It was really awkward.
I felt
Cody
awkward.
and Robin.
I felt awkward.
And then meeting David for the first time. They made it awkward.
It was awkward for all of us. It was awkward. I felt awkward. But when Willie, is his name Willie?
Yes, Willie.
When Willie got to talking about grandchildren and I seen Robin cackle, I said he hit the thing. That's all she needed.
Yeah.
That was the icebreaker. He's like, you want to talk about grandchildren? I got a lot of them. We can talk about that. Now you understand that's her dream.
Yes.
Sit in a rocking chair and rock with the grandchildren. So he hit that right there in the thing right there, and she melted like
she did. And Cody seethed.
And Cody was like, and they was over there laughing and just enjoying the grandchildren. He knew exactly. Maybe Christine told him. I don't know. I don't know if it was where the conversation went. I don't know. But he found a common ground.
Yes, he did.
Why Cody looked all corny holding the baby.
He did. He really did. That's okay.
But he looked, I don't know. It's just that right now, he just doesn't look good in my eyes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him. At least 2 years ago, it did it. I'm not sure how he is today or if he has moved past this. Let's pray and hope he has moved past this. And honestly, not even for the fact that he's just griping in these emotions, but just simply for the fact that I just want him to enjoy what he always wanted, and that was just Robin.
But he's not happy.
He's not happy.
He has what he wants, and he's not happy. You would think that he would be willing to give the wives what they needed. You would think that now that I got my dream and I got my baby boo, you would think that he would be happy. He's not happy. He hadn't been happy from the day Christine left him.
That is true.
He haven't. And he should feel really bad. I would. If I was with someone and I knew they were a devout Jew, and they was Jewish, they was born Jewish, they blood Jewish, and I destroyed them in such a fact that they didn't believe in their faith anymore, and they went all the way, went over Judaism. They skipped over Judaism and went to Satanism. I would be mortified. Even if they didn't believe, I would feel so bad about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible when you are a part of someone losing their faith. To me, to lose your faith is to lose your identity.
Yes.
I'm not saying Christine lost her faith. I know that she lost her faith in the church. And to me, that's what's sad about it. I don't know about what anybody else out there thinks, but that's sad to me. So she's gone. It's devastated her. And that's what I see. For the first time in my life, I see Christine devastated and rising up from the ashes and living in a bubble that we're all sitting back saying, hold my hand. Please don't let this bubble burst.
Yes.
Please don't let this burst, because we know in the real world, that ain't real. In the real world, we know they don't work. Mm-hmm. Out of the ratio, out of 1,000 people just getting married in a month or two,
yeah,
we know what you got, maybe 10 out of 1,000, it don't work. And she's put herself there. But because I believe, if we believe and we think positive and we send positive energy her way and say we support your dream and we believe it, and I believe he's the man for you. I believe you materialized him, dressed him, you knew him. He came with a cold stamp, tattoo, bald head, gold tee, roller motor, even motorcycle, don't forget. So, and for that, I believe that he's the man of her dream. Yes. And I hope that he becomes everything and more that she could ever dream of. Yes. That is, and I don't want to speak nothing negative about it, because we know the story, yes? Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. So we're going to believe what? Yes,
that they're going to make it.
They're going to make it. We got to believe
yes,
that.
We love love.
We can't speak negative. No. We got to believe that they're going to make it. And with that being said, well, this is what we had to say. This was a lot about our opinions, because you already watched the show.
And it's 2 years old.
And it's 2 years old. And so, instead of us regrouping about something 2 years old, you all know what's going on today. But as I said, if any of you know who Who paid off the house? If you can answer that, thank you.
Yes.
And with that being said, could you please, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Please subscribe. It really, really would mean a lot to us. And with that, you know what we say.
Sunflowers.